Hey, what is good, my fellow YouTube fam? It's your boy Aaron speaking, and today I'm gonna talk about this X documentary that just recently came out on Hulu called "Look at Me." And listen, man, no pad, no pen. I'm just gonna give my opinions, thoughts on it. And man, where do I even begin, bro? Like, I'm pretty sure I could speak for all of you guys that have watched it. That shit was so bittersweet, bro. Like, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I didn't know about X until my boy Hector. Shout out to my boy Hector. He was the only person I knew, literally, that knew about X first. Fucked with him heavy. He used to always send me a bunch of songs, and I used to be like, bro, this shit is. I used to think it was garbage. I'm like, bro, I'm not into this screamo shit. Not a fan. I didn't really listen to it like that. I kind of just heard like 2 or 3 songs. And I was like, bro, how could you listen to this shit? And he's like, bro, I'm telling you, this shit is fire. This shit is fire. And, Look at Me started growing on me. I'm like, all right, this shit is gas. This shit is gas. I ain't going front. And then A Ghetto Christmas Carol came out. And that's when I really started fucking with X, like heavy. Couple features, the feature off Kodak Black song, you know what I'm saying? Rolling Peace. I'm like, yo, X is gas. X is gas. I'm bugging. You right. So that's when I really started fucking with him. So I really only had maybe 6 months, if that, of really fucking with X while he was alive. And I wish I was a fan since 2015, 2016, whatever. And I'll never forget when Question Mark came out, bumping that shit like every day. Moonlight, Sad, Hope, all these songs, Floor 555, all that. All these songs, I'm like, yo, X is so diverse. Like, what the fuck, bro? And when he passed, I couldn't believe that shit. I even did a whole painting. I'll show it on the screen now. It's pretty bad. His face looks pretty bad, but shout out to the jacket though. Come on. You know the jacket is gas. Stop playing. But nah, man, like this documentary, I love how they show everything. Like the bad, the good. It's all part of his life. I'm sure, there's some things. There's definitely certain things that they didn't show. Obviously, that shit could have been 4 hours. Like the little Migos beef he had, or when he got jumped on stage. They showed a little clip in the intro of that, but they didn't talk about that. The Rob Stone shit. There was Trippie Redd wasn't in it. That was surprising to me. I'm assuming he didn't want to be in it, because I'm pretty sure they reached out to him, to be in it. And I'm, what I'm saying, like, it would have been cool to see Denzel Curry in there. That's just nitpicking shit, though. You know what I'm saying? This was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Of a person. Like, this shit was phenomenal. Phenomenal. The way everything was edited, so much rare, unseen footage, bro. And I'm surprised the footage of him in the car, like in the back of the car, that footage that came out where he was talking about Atlanta rappers and how they're gonna take over the game. I thought that was gonna be in the documentary. It wasn't in there, but DJ Scheme, why the fuck wasn't he in there? He been down with X since day one. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's a little strange, but it was cool to see, his homies like Flyboy Tarantino, Bass Santana, Kid Trunks, all that. And the Geneva shit, man, that shit really hit, because I remember when that whole shit was going down, like, fuck Geneva, she a hoe, free X, this and that. And it's like, people were so blind to the music and the person, they didn't want to believe any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of similar, not similar, but the whole YSL thing going on. Everybody's saying, free YSL, free Gunna, free Thug, all that. But if they really did that shit, it's like, do they deserve to be in there? Do the crime, do the time type shit. And people are so attached to these artists, and they worship these artists to the point where they could do no wrong. Just because a artist makes bangers and you have so many memories to these songs, I get it. You're gonna be biased towards it, but sometimes you got to be real. And when that interview that he had from 2017, where he was saying, "Oh, she got jumped, she got that bitch got whooped," he was lying, bro. It's like, damn, he was really lying. Like, for real, that boy was really lying at that point. It's just crazy how he didn't want to really admit it publicly, that audio. If that audio footage never was released or leaked, it would still be in the air if he did it or not. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that that did come out is like, damn, he really did do that shit. And let's be real, man, that was fucked up. As much as I love X, that shit is crazy, bro. I don't mean to like giggle, but that shit is fucked up, man. He really beat her ass. If that's true that he was putting her head in the water and all that, that's fucking wild. But at the same time, obviously I don't condone you can't justify it, but in the head, if you've seen it, you know. If you know X, like, he wasn't really your average everyday thinker, and you know what I'm saying, like, going through a lot of shit. Even Ski said he would say some wild crazy shit, demons, and honestly, bro, the saddest thing, I honestly think the saddest thing out of all of this, obviously him passing is sad as fuck, but it's just the potential, like the what could have been is so fucking sad, bro. And then the homie from Empire was saying that they were eating at Nobu, and he was saying, oh, you're gonna be a great dad one day, and X goes, no, I'm not gonna make it past 21. When I heard that, I was like, bro, oh my god, bro. Like, he really felt like the universe was gonna end his life. Like, that shit is crazy. That shit was so sad, man. And then, yeah, and back to the Geneva shit, I think her doing this documentary is gonna bring a lot of sympathy towards her, and I think it's gonna finally release that shadow, that cloud over her head, and that monkey on her shoulder, where people were still kind of coming at her like, oh, you ruined X, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad she finally let this all out, and honestly, props to her for admitting all this shit, bro, because that's not easy to this shit is #1 trending on Hulu. Anything out in the public of you literally admitting that, you know what I'm saying, my mom treated me like shit, I had no family, I had none of that, like, I had no friends, I used to look online for validation for something, you know, that's not hard to admit, bro. That shit takes a lot of balls, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to her for being real and saying that she had nobody, she felt lost, she was confused. Like, I low-key felt bad for her, bro. She didn't deserve that shit, bro. She didn't really deserve the what if she would have, God forbid, like, committed suicide over that shit? That shit is sad, bro. It could have been real bad. And then the fact that her and Cleo kind of, you know, buried the hatchet like a year later, and his mom, Cleo's mom, admitting that what X did was wrong, that I gotta give her props for that too, because she could have easily still to this day be like, nah, my son ain't do that, that's my son. She said, yo, what he did was wrong. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you didn't deserve that shit, that shit was fucked up. She didn't have to say that, so that shows maturity on her part. But man, X was such a dope individual, bro. He was really different. I truly think that X could have been headlining all these festivals nowadays. Easily could have been up there with like Post Malone, Travis Scott, like status wise. Easy, bro. Like, you see how big Juice WRLD was before he passed? I honestly feel like X could have been shit, even more than that. I feel like he could have done all kinds of different genres, all kinds of different collabs, mashups, all that, bro. Who knows? Maybe X and Drake could have ended up doing a dope ass, you know what I'm saying? But seeing Ski in there talk about how he was the only one that really had to look him in his eyes and be like, yo, bro, chill. Like I love him. I'm going to see him one day again. I got to live through him. Everything I do is for him. Like, that shit is sad, bro. I know that shit really hurt Ski for the rest of his life. Like, and then seeing that Instagram live where he found out that X got shot, that shit hit me, bro. Like, I think X got shot. And then seeing him cry at the funeral, I thought they were going to show his casket. I thought they were going to show it for a second. I'm like, please don't show that shit, bro. Once they got to around 28, and he was really changing, bro. That's the thing. We never really got to see the full mature X, right? He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was really changing for the better. You could see it. Like, Sad was, I believe that was a #1. It hit #1 before he passed. Like, It's not a fluke. People think like, oh, he only got all these numbers because he passed. Like, nah, bro. X was like, for a good 3 months before he passed, like, that was really becoming superstar status. You know what I'm saying? And then the mugshot, the controversy, everything was there, bro. And the fact that he was almost gonna go to jail for a long time, like 2 days, what was it? Or 2 days before or a couple days after he passed, like, he was, who knows? Maybe it would have, if he would have fucking went to jail, who knows? And I feel as if, since he didn't have a dad in his life, he didn't have a father figure, bro. And when he said, oh, who was I supposed to fear? My mom? The thing that, to his detriment, is that he feared nobody. He literally didn't fear anyone. And that's the scary shit. When you don't fear nothing, you just, who knows if his dad was in his life, where he would be at today? Who knows? We might not even know this dude even existed if it wasn't for his dad being locked up. He wouldn't even be X. So the crazy fighting and all that shit, he wouldn't. Who knows? Who knows? The universe works in crazy ways, bro. And motherfuckers that killed him, that shit, bro. That shit gets me so fucking mad, bro, because they easily could have just, I don't condone this, but they could have just robbed him and dipped, bro. You didn't have to shoot that. You didn't have to shoot that man, bro. You did not. Damn, bro. That shit gets me so tight, bro. Homie that was in the car, wasn't that his cousin that like ran away? I wish he was in a documentary. I wish he spoke on that shit. I wish he would have spoke about that whole day. But it is what it is, man. Like, they didn't have to shoot that man. I wish X would have just drove off, or wouldn't have been so macho man, like, I ain't going down without a fight, like, you not taking my chain, this and that. Like, just give it up, bro. It's not worth it. Like, I think about that shit all the time, man. And yeah, I could just keep going, bro. Just let me know how you guys felt about this shit. What's your favorite X track? All that good stuff. Let's talk about it in the comments, fam. RIP X. I'll check you guys in the next video. Peace.